So first, maybe it's good if I explain what I'm doing, and also because I very much believe in life, you have to, what you say is you should do. So to understand what I'm saying, it's good to first explain what I'm doing. So I come out of Switzerland. I founded a company called EDTECH, and I briefly explained to you what we're doing with the objective to explain why this is really important for the whole EdTech initiative. So, EDTECH, what are we doing? Coming out of Switzerland, we're a financial institution. We want to create financial products and services all on blockchain. It's not a regular bank, it's inventing finance in the context of blockchain. Because blockchain is not just a hyped theme, it's a theme that goes to the core of how society is built. I'll explain a little more later, but just let me go through it. In conjunction with creating financial products, we, on the side, build an exchange where you can buy and sell digital tokens, all traded on blockchain. So we combine two things, creating financial products with building an exchange. And now we do this with regulatory wrapper in mind. So we want to be fully regulated, and in our language, this is called Organized Trading Facility. It's a broker license out of Switzerland. In the recent 3 years, we have been building a company, and we have not wanted to build a company outside the regulatory framework, but always within regulation in mind, but it's very long and difficult to get the necessary regulation. So today, we have 100,000 customers who use our exchange, which today has developed around cryptos, utility tokens, but our real goal is to bring traditional financial instruments to blockchain. For those who are a little more versed in the whole crypto scene, they have to understand that this is called under stable coin. We create stable coins, that is, we tokenize financial assets, stocks, bonds, everything. Now, why am I mentioning all this? Because the future is, as we see it, everything is online, everything is on your smartphone. But why do I raise this in the context of education? I very much believe that the future of education is not that you go to traditional universities, go and buy expensive courses. It's not just that you go and attend an online course, but actually, online courses have tokens. And if you earn a token, you can actually capitalize that. So actually, when you do a career in a certain profession, you have something which you today already know in certain countries. When you want to have a taxi license, you have to buy a license for $10,000 in the US, and then you can drive a taxi. The same thing is for courses. You can actually have the courses which are tokenized. So you have, for example, for certain professions, you can get a token. And when you want to kind of start a course, you can sell your own token to your family members, as opposed to just giving you a loan. You can give them their token, and then that token will become valuable when you perform your exams. So in the US today, you have people who get big loans, and then for the rest of their life, they're completely indebted because they have these big loans. The future is something very different. You yourself are like a stock company. You have your own shares, and you can sell off some of your shares. And it's done in such a way, if it's done appropriately, that you can only sell up to certain X% of your shares you can sell. And if the whole thing doesn't work, you can actually close down your company and start afresh. Obviously, you lose a degree of credibility, but you can create your second life and do it again. So what I want to emphasize is that the whole educational system will be subject to a radical change, and that radical change will involve a token world, where you as an individual can create your own tokens, a school can create its own tokens, or what's very important is that companies say, we need to create jobs because we need these and these professions. And then they can kind of give out tokens with which people can then learn to either kind of apply for those jobs or use those tokens as incentives to do their own profession. So what I believe is that education will radically change because they'll come into being, these new token world, and if you bring both sides together, the benefit will be huge.